Hi preschoolers, my name is Paul and I'm here for this week's session. And this session is all about fruit. So we're going to be learning about apples and oranges and pears and grapes and lots of other cool bits of fruit. We have 3 really fun songs to do throughout our session. Then we've got a really cool warm-up game and then we might do our Mr. Men game for the main part. Okay, now our first song is called Apples and Bananas. So there's a couple of moves we need to learn. Can you practice them with me? Okay, so find a little bit of space, okay, and we'll learn some of the moves. And this song is all about apples and bananas. So in our song we have to eat. Can you put your hands on your tummy and rub your tummy? And then for the apples you bend really small. And then for the bananas we stretch really tall. Can you practice that along? Apples really small. And bananas really tall. And then the next part, the apples are still really small, but the bananas are really wide. Can you show me a big star shape just like this? And crouch down really small for the apples. And then the bananas. But remember, in between each bit we get to eat them, so we get to rub our tummy. Later on we'll be sat down with our legs out in front and we get to eat. And then the apples, we do our tuck sit. And for the bananas, we stretch up at the sky. And we get to eat the apples and the bananas, stretch up to the sky. And now the next part, again we get to eat the apples are the tuck sit, but the bananas are the straddle sit. Can you get your legs really wide, chest up nice and tall, and again the tuck sit. Copy me for the straddle sit, and then we might do our star and our stretch again. As I said, this song is called Apples and Bananas. And it's a really cool, fun song. Everybody get ready. Can you stand up? Can you march up and down?
I like to eat apples and bananas.
Touch the sky and eat again.
I like to eat
Crouch down.
apples and bananas.
Get those hands ready. We love to
I
eat
like
it.
to eat
Crouch down small.
apples and bananas.
Straight right up.
I like to eat apples and bananas.
Oh, now this time we're going to
Now let's make a long A sound. Apples and bananas.
Bananas.
I like to eat
Crouch down small.
apples
How about the
and
star shape?
bananas. I like to eat apples and bananas.
What we're going to do this time?
Let's try a long E sound. Apples and bananas.
Bananas.
I like to eat apples and bananas.
And again.
I like to eat apples and bananas.
Very good. Now.
How about a long I sound? Apples and bananas.
Apples and bananas.
I like to eat apples and bananas. I like to eat apples and bananas.
I think we should practice our tuck
Great!
sit, tuck sit again.
Let's sing it with a long O sound. Opals and bananas. I like to oat, opals and
Stretch right
bananas.
up in your place, sit.
I like to oat, opals and bananas.
Superb.
I know. Let's make an ooh sound. Oopals and
For our
bananas.
stretches.
I like to oopals and
You're doing that
bananas.
big star shape.
I like to
Crouch down.
oopals and bananas.
Now then, I think.
Apples and bananas. One more time.
Crouch down and stretch. Get ready.
I like to eat
Crouch down.
apples and
Stretch right up.
bananas. I like to eat
Crouch down.
apples and
More.
bananas. I like to eat apples and bananas. I like to eat apples and bananas.
Well Well done, everybody. That was fantastic. I hope you enjoyed our first song. Well done. Now for this part of our session, we're going to do our warm-up. And as part of our warm-up, we're going to learn about lots of different types of fruit. We're going to learn about bananas, grapes, maybe squashing some grapes as well, okay, some oranges and all the different little segments are part of the satsuma as well, pears, and my favourite fruit, which is an apple, okay. Now I think let's start with a banana, a big yellow banana, and if we eat a banana, it gives us lots of energy. And if we have lots of energy, we can go running around. So everybody, once you've eaten your banana, should we go for a run? So ready, run, 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 run. We've eaten that banana, we've got loads of energy, we can go for a run. Very good. And have a sit down. Now, should we make ourselves really small, like a grape? Can you be really small? This is called a tuck sit, and we can be just like a grape. We could be a green grape, or a red grape, okay? But sometimes the grapes, they fall out the packet. Does that mean you can roll back and back up again? Should we do that again? Make sure you've got lots of safe space. Rock back and up, just like our grape. And one more time. Very good. Should we eat another banana and go running? Ready, eat another banana. Should we go running? Ready, run, 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 run. Keep running, we've got so much energy from eating that banana. Should we turn back into a grape? Turn back into a grape, just like this, and then rock and roll. Very good. But what happens if we squash our grapes? Should we squash them? Should we stand up and jump up and down and squash our grapes? Ready, everybody stand up, and can you jump, 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 and squash those grapes? Squash them, squash them. Keep squashing those grapes. Very good. Keep jumping and keep squashing. Excellent. Now then, another vegetable, another fruit that I like, okay, is a pear. Okay, so pop your legs straight out in front of you and stretch up and do a pike sit. And then should we stretch forward just like the shape of a pear, smaller at the front and bigger at the bottom. Stretch back up like a pike sit, and then be just like a pear, one of our fruits. Stretch really far. Very good. And up. And one more time. Stretch really far. Try and reach towards those toes. And how about the grape again? Can we be the grape? Tuck sit. And roll. Oh no, the grapes have escaped. Rock and roll as they roll out of the packet. One more time. Now a grape is a very similar shape to a satsuma. But if we unpeel our satsuma, can we unpeel our satsuma and lie really flat? Can you lay on your back? Just like an unpeeled satsuma. And sit back up again. A circle again, just like a satsuma or an orange. And then unpeel it and go flat. Can you lay flat on your back, really flat on the floor? Just like an unpeeled satsuma. And back up. We're just like our satsuma or our orange again. And lie back again. And we're unpeeled. Should we eat another banana? Eat that banana. Should we go for a run? Ready, run, run, run. Keep those arms moving. Keep those legs moving as you run. Keep running, keep running, keep running. And should we squash those grapes again? Ready, squash them, squash them, squash them. Keep jumping up and down. Very good. And now, next, we're going to learn about an apple. And if you eat apples, they can make you nice and strong. And if we're really strong, then we can do a front support, just like this. Can you show me your front support? Can you have a go? So put your hands on the floor and try and lift your knees off. It's quite difficult. Try and lift your knees off the floor, just like an apple, really strong. Good, and that's what we can do when we eat our apple. So we've eaten a banana and we've ran, we squashed some grapes, and we've done some rock and rolls. We've got our satsuma, and we unpeeled our satsuma. We did our pear, our pike sit and fold, and we did the apple. Should we try a few of them? Let's do the pear first. So stretch up to the sky, and then reach forwards for the pike fold. Very good, well done. How about the grape? Can you do the grape? And the grapes escape from the packet. Rock and roll. And again, can you rock and roll again? Next up, what should we do? Should we do the satsuma? And the satsuma's been peeled. It's really flat. And back up again. That's it, our orange, our satsuma nice and small. And leave it flat as it gets unpeeled. And back up. What about an apple? What happens when we eat an apple? Do we get really strong? Go on and show us your front support. That's it. Good. Can you be really strong? Trying to hold your knees off the floor. I think there's lots of grapes on the floor. Should we squash them? Really stand up and squash your grapes. Jumpity, 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 jump. A bit like Tigger. Jump up and down. Boing, boing, boing. Very good. Just keep squashing those little grapes everywhere. And then finally, should we eat a banana for the final time? Eat your banana and let's go for a run. Run, run, run. Keep running. Very good. Now then, our next song is all about fruit and vegetables. Okay, and it's called our 5 a day song. It's really cool. Now, as part of this song, we get to clap, clap, clap like a carrot. And that's one of our vegetables. Okay, we then get to run like a raspberry. Can you run on the spot? Get those arms moving, get your feet moving. Well done. Next of all, we get to bounce like a beetroot. That's another one of our vegetables. Okay, just jump, 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 and bounce and bounce and bounce. Okay, after that we get to march like a mango. Okay, so we get to march, 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 and then we get to turn like a turnip. Can you put those arms out and turn all the way around? So we've got clapping, running, bouncing, marching, and turning. And then as part of that song, we have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like that. Okay, let's get our song on. Okay, 5 fruit and veggies. Can you stand up? Oh.
Can you clap? Can you clap? Clap, clap, clap for a carrot.
For a carrot.
Please remember to eat up all your fruit and veggies every day. You eat them one by one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you run? Can you run? Run, run, run for a raspberry.
Get ready to clap.
Clap, clap, clap for a carrot.
Please remember to eat up all your fruit and veggies every day. You eat them one by one, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's next? Bounce.
Can you bounce? Can you
Bounce for a beetroot. Bounce, bounce, bounce for a beetroot. Run, run, run for a raspberry. Clap.
Clap, clap, clap for a carrot.
Please remember to eat up all your fruit and veggies every day. You eat them one by one, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's next?
Can you march? Can you march? March, march, march for a mango.
Get ready.
Bounce, bounce, bounce for a beetroot.
Run, run, run
for a raspberry.
Now clapping.
Clap, clap, clap for a carrot.
Please remember to eat up all your fruit and veggies every day. You eat them one by one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one, what is it? Turning.
Can you turn? Can you turn? Turn, turn, turn for a turnip. March, march, march for a mango.
Bounce, 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 bounce for a beetroot. Run, 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 run for a raspberry.
Clap, clap, clap for a carrot.
Please remember to eat up all your fruit and veggies every day. You eat them one by one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give yourselves a massive round of applause. Woohoo! We really, really love that song. So well done, everybody. Great work. Woo! It's time to learn about some of the Mr. Men. And some of our Mr. Men, they probably eat fruit all the time, which gives them all the energy to do lots of things. The first Mr. Man we're going to talk about is Mr. Small. Can you make yourself really small on the floor, like this? How small can you make yourself? What about Mr. Tall? What do you think Mr. Tall does? Does he stretch up really tall? And Mr. Small? Mr. Tall. Can you copy me? Mr. Small. What did Mr. Small do? Really teeny and tiny, touch the floor. And Mr. Tall. What do you think Mr. Bounce does? Do you think he jumps up and down? Can you jump up and down? Jumpity jumpity, just like our grape squashing earlier. That's what Mr. Bounce does. He jumped and jumped and jumped. Very good. What about Mr. Sneeze? Do you think he goes, achoo? Can you do that again? Achoo! Mr. Tall. Mr. Small. Mr. Tall, what did he do? What about Mr. Bounce? Can you bounce up and down? And then there's Mr. Snow. Do you think he's really cold and chilly? Can you go really chilly like Mr. Snow? What do you think Mr. Lazy does? Do you think he lies down and goes to sleep? Quick, Mr. Lazy. Everyone lie down. Shut your eyes and go to sleep. And wake up again. We could be Mr. Busy this time. He's always running everywhere. Can you run just like Mr. Busy? Keep running, keep running. What about Mr. Tall? Can you be Mr. Tall? Mr. Small? And what about Mr. Noisy? I bet he's always stamping his feet about. Can you stamp your feet up and down and be really noisy, just like Mr. Noisy? Very good. Keep being noisy. What about Mr. Tall? Mr. Small? Mr. Lazy? Go back to sleep again. Quick, lie down. Shut your eyes and go to sleep. What about Mr. Jelly? Can you be all wiggly and wobbly like a jelly? Wiggly wobbly, wiggly wobbly. We might use this later in our spaghetti song. Wiggly wobbly, wiggly wobbly. Keep being Mr. Jelly. What about Mr. Dizzy? Can you very carefully turn around? Can you turn around? We might get a little bit dizzy, just like Mr. Dizzy. Very good. Mr. Busy. Run, 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 run. What about Mr. Bounce? What did Mr. Bounce do? Did he jump up and down? And Mr. Busy again. Can you remember what he just did? He ran. Run, 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 run. And Mr. Tall. Mr. Small. And should we finish off with Mr. Jelly? That was my favourite. Jelly, 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 jelly. Can you wiggle and wobble? Wiggle and wobble. Woo. Now after all that, I think I'm going to turn back into Mr. Lazy. Everyone quickly go to sleep. Now when we wake up, it might be time for our final song. Just for a second, shut those eyes and go to sleep just like Mr. Lazy. Oh, we're back up again, everyone. We've got a final song to finish with. Now then, our final song is called Hot Potato, Hot Potato. And in this song we have hot potato, we have cold spaghetti, and we have squished bananas! So we get to do lots of really, really fun moves. I think we should practice them before the song starts. So, everybody stand up. Okay, the first one is hot potato, hot potato. Can you put your hands on top of one another? Hot potato, hot potato. One more time, hot potato, hot potato. The next one is cold spaghetti. Can you wiggle those arms about just like spaghetti? Maybe we could wiggle our legs just like this as well. And then in between that, there's a couple of woos and we get to do some jumping. Can you jump? A bit like a rocket. Can you get those arms and do a little jump? Maybe like a little bunny rabbit. Okay. And then to finish, we get to do our squash banana, and we get to rub our hands just like this, maybe just like we're washing our hands, okay, like that. So our final song is Hot Potato. Everybody get ready.
Hot potato, hot potato,
Hot potato,
hot potato, hot potato, hot potato, hot potato, hot potato, hot potato, hot potato, 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 potato.
So spaghetti
Cold
time.
spaghetti, cold spaghetti.
Cold spaghetti, cold spaghetti,
Cold spaghetti,
Cold
cold spaghetti.
cold spaghetti, cold spaghetti,
Cold spaghetti, cold spaghetti.
spaghetti,
Spaghetti.
spaghetti,
Spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti.
Jump in. Can you do a little jump? Like you're running. Go in. You do a few more jumps. Very good. Get ready for first one. Banana.
banana, mashed banana,
Oh, there it is.
banana, banana, mashed banana, banana, mashed banana, banana, mashed banana, 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 banana. Woo!
Give yourselves a big round of applause. Well done, everybody. Now that brings us to the end of our session. I really hope you've enjoyed learning all about the different types of fruit in today's session, and we'll see you again soon. There are lots of other videos on our page, so check out any previous weeks. There's some really, really fun ones. See you again. Goodbye, everybody.